Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and I got the latest batch of Marvel Legends characters here. The Build-A-Figure for the Kingpin. I got a couple little figures here. This is the whole run right there. You can check them all out. And indeed, aside from the what do you call it? The six-armed Spider-Man, which I'm not interested in. Maybe one day, maybe. There's a whole bunch of them. I'm sure they're not going anywhere, but they don't actually have any of the Build-A-Figure pieces in there. As you can clearly see, there's no number down here to indicate that he has anything. So the other ones do. So I got Silver Sable. I got Black Cat, which is interesting because I don't have the other Black Cat that came with the what was that? The Fiery Goblin. Speaking of goblins. I've got the Red Goblin, Norman Osborn with the Carnage symbiote in the end of Dan Slott's run. I've got the Symbiote Spider-Man from some other version. Not entirely sure what's up with that, but is what it is. I got freaking Night Thrasher, which is just bad ass, and I can't wait to have him fight my Ninja Turtles, just saying. And yeah, I don't know how anybody else feels about it, but Puma, one of my absolute all-time favorite characters. Of course, I like all the native characters. And go check out Puma Explained in a Minute. Go check out what do you call it? The Kingpin Explained in a Minute too. Anyway, so through the power of whatever, we're gonna open these guys up and not make you guys wait for it. And let's get started on these. So first up, we've got Black Cat. She's looking really good. Her face, that is amazing. I love her face. Like, she's just got that mischievous smile. She's got the whip around her waist. I'll get back to that in a second. She's got this whip over here that she can actually have in her hand. And really easy to slide it in. Well, actually, you'd figure it's really easy to slide in one way or another because you just, yeah, as long as you get it past her thumb. Oh, never mind. I could just put it up there. So, yeah, you put it in multiple different ways, you know, up, down, whatever, and have her whip it, spin it, whatever. The problem is, this whip, I'd like there to be some kind of a slit in the back or something so it can come off. Because, you know, much like Catwoman in DC, she keeps the whip around her waist. You know what I'm saying? And then she pulls it off and then uses it in her hand. So it looks like she's got two whips now, in which case, why wouldn't she use them both? Right? So this is weird. I wish there was another way to just take this thing off easily, but there's not. It really can't come off in a good way because her hips are just too big, which is never a problem under normal circumstances, but you can see that she's got the little fur coming down her legs like that, and it's actually a little loose. She's got all these characters. They have all the points of rotation, so you can very easily turn everything as much as you want. The hair on the back is just great. Look at that, and man, and of course they've all got that nice new smell. What do you call it? She's got the little medallion up there. Kind of looks like the one for Tigra. Anyway, boom, there we go. We got Silver Sable over here, and she's of course got the gun hand, which she's got the trigger. She's ready to start pulling the trigger on some fools. Hair is very similar to Black Cat's. You know, it's not the same, obviously, so it's its own. It looks like, at least, it's its own mold. She's always had great hair in that regard. Like, it's one of the best features of her, you know, when you draw her. Just the silver mane, like, it's just gorgeous. Not like the Magia Silvermane character. Anyway, she's got multiple gun belts on, you know, the pouches and all that stuff here, and they're all loose. I'm sure this could, actually, I'm positive this could very easily come off if you want it off, but why would you? This one is also loose. These are also both loose, which is a blessing and a curse because there will be times when you're playing or posing and all of a sudden this will happen, and, you know, they could potentially, of course, come off and lose them, but you just wedge them up there if you need to. Use a little bit of, you know, just a slight dab of glue, and you should be fine. You don't even have to go as far as super glue. And, of course, she's got her two guns with her. She's got this big freaking energy pistol. Just a blaster of some sort. Let's see if I can easily squeeze that in her hand. No, I cannot easily squeeze anything into her hand. Anyway, yeah, this will go in. It's just her wrist is a little loose. Oh, get in there, sucker. And you gotta, well, the good thing is hopefully she'll at least hold the damn thing once it's actually in there. This is never fun. Okay, and I'm not going to spend the whole video trying to get her hand in this thing. I could just do this at some other point. Anyway, so hopefully we'll go in there at one point. And then there's this one, which fits in easily enough. A little bit too easily. It's nice and loose. You got to hold it the right way. Anyway, and of course, yes, you can put something in her other hand too. Maybe it'll fit better in her other hand. It looks like that's where it's actually supposed to go. Similarly is loose, but not quite as. Anyway, so I'll handle all that stuff later. Puma just comes with the Puma. He is the Puma, that's it. And he's perfect just the way he is. What do you call it? He's got the loose guy here, the traditional beads. I think that's supposed to be coyote teeth. He's got the feathers that come out the back here, the feathers that come back out of this arm on the armband. He's got those saber-tooth-like claws, really soft, really soft. This is actually loose and it'll come off. Okay, that's interesting. Put that up there, make sure it doesn't. Yeah, his flesh, it's funny, his flesh actually feels very different from everybody else's flesh. Like it feels mushier. It feels like it's more malleable, you know, like it actually feels like rubber. Usually these things are fairly taut. This one is not the case. It doesn't feel like I'm afraid that it's going to bend, but then again, it is going to have that weakness in the joints, and yeah, that is all of them. All of the joints are like that. That's a shame. For a character, this is all it comes with, you know, is himself. And yeah, these joints are kind of weak because the rubber is very soft here, but love the face. Love that he's got that. I think that if it did come with a little something else, it would be nice if it came with a miniature Beyonder, so you can pretend that it's that time when he was huge and the Beyonder was little. Some of you will get that reference. Anyway, the belt is, can't tell if the belt is loose or not. Okay, there it is. It actually is loose. That's interesting. It's wedged on there really tight, but it is actually loose. Okay, cool. Best parts down here. The fur down here, even way better than the black cat's even. That's awesome. It is, however, oh, so you can twist it down here. That's actually really cool. So they both twist. Oh, does this one? This one does not. Oh, no, it does. It's just, oh, I don't know if you can see that or not. It actually changes the pivot while it's turning. Anyway, yeah, they both can turn. This one just turns a whole lot easier for me. But they do have the up, down. They do have the everything. Oh, so this whole thing is actually loose. Okay, that's interesting. Good to know. Okay, so it's the regular rotation and everything. All right. Bang. Glad that I checked that out. I'm glad I investigated further. Anyway, yeah. Wow, it's just really soft. Like, really soft. Anyway, still a great figure. Okay, now we're getting into the Night Thrasher. This guy's just pure badass. There are no jiggly parts like all that. This is on here pretty solid. Okay, right there's a little. No, that's still just the top, which is fine. That's what it's supposed to be. This one feels extremely smooth. Smells the best, gotta be honest. I would like it if there was a way to take off the mask or have a different head without the mask, but honestly, it's probably asking so much because he already comes with so much other stuff. The band on his leg can come off. You can put that on somebody's head. It's probably just like Elektra's headband. This is cool, though. You know, he's got the stand, so he's actually got like, actually looks like real sneakers, the tread and everything. And you'll notice this on his back. Well, he's got this thing that goes on his back. And you see right there the two holes, so it'll slide right in there, baby. Right? Won't it? There we go. So boom. I'd actually like it if it slid in there a little bit better, but you know, whatever. Beggars can't be choosers. Oh wait, I'm not a beggar. I actually purchased the damn thing, so I don't want to hear about beggars. And of course, there's a skateboard. Now, I don't know. I'm kind of at a juxtaposition here. Should there be little pegs for him to stand on, or do you just balance him? Because it is a fairly small skateboard. I mean, for the size of this character, that's a wee little skateboard. But it's gonna look great backed up in here, dude. Oh my god, he's like, yeah, I'm the Night Thrasher. Bring it, punk. And of course, he's got his little batons. And yes, these are the batons that, let me just show you the batons by themselves. These are, I imagine this is like what Daredevil has. And but I don't actually own a Daredevil, but it is exactly the mold that they use for Mockingbird. And I do have her. So yeah, they go together. And it's like, okay, nice and cheap. So you can put the little thing in his hand there, or, excuse me, you got these things in the back. Just have the holster parts up there, and you can lock them right into place there. He's got everything on his back. Boom, Night Thrasher. That's everything this guy comes with, and it's freaking awesome. Yes, the character genuinely is as cool as he looks, and it's like, dude, now I need Namorita. Now I need all those other characters. So now I got the Symbiote Spider-Man. Honestly, I can care less. He comes with the 2 heads for Kingpin, and I'm literally of the opinion that I could oh, and he comes with 2 extra hands, which again, I could honestly care less about. Whatever, that's cute. But you know, I've already got a black suit Spider-Man. I don't need a Symbiote Spider-Man with the eyes poking out like that, and you know, you got the Venom symbol on there. Honestly, I could care less about this character. You got his feet, neither with toes. They look just like the Red Goblins, except the toes are not separated. The big toe is not separated from the rest of the toes. But anyway, I just needed the Kingpin heads. And really, I would have been okay with just one of the Kingpin heads. I just didn't want to take the chance that nobody would sell me one of them. I'd be like, dude, whichever one you like the least, let me buy you that one from you for $10. You know, let me do that, all right? Bring down the cost of your toy. But I didn't want to take the chance that nobody was going to sell it, and I know that this is usually how it goes. This is the one that people are going to be least likely to buy, least interested in, and that's just the way it goes. So then that would be the one where, oh great, nobody, you know, nobody's got the head available because all the collectors are going to buy them, and that's the one that's going to go up in price to like $50. So after that, you've got like Night Thrasher is extremely cool, but I gotta say, even though I could care less about the Red Goblin, this really is a totally awesome character. I mean, just look at the detail of this guy. I mean, Dan Slott's farewell to his amazing Spider-Man run. I mean, look at this. This is so awesome. So, like, that's a thick tail, man. Holy crap, that is thick. It doesn't feel like it's going to come off or anything. All these little bits of the tendrils of the symbiote suit coming off his fingers. Like, this is how fingers are supposed to be done. They're a lot more solid. You can see his toes, like I was saying, they're actually separated from the rest of the toes, the big toes. He's got this thing, which goes on his back. There's the hole. Where's the hole? That's what he said. Let's see. I imagine it would go. Oh, there we go. You can actually see the little slot where they want you to put it. Of course, you can put this any way you want, but just for the sake of conversation, this is the way they show it should go. So you got even more of the little tendrils whipping about, so it really looks freaky. And of course, he should have at least one of these, which he does. Boom. He's got the symbiote pumpkin bomb. That's just sick. Now, he does not come with the board, which is kind of ridiculous in my opinion. But if you've got the Green Goblin from the, what was that set? The Sandman set? Yeah, I think that was the Sandman set where he came with the heads of Sandman, I think it was. Maybe it was Absorbing Man, but I think it was Sandman. Anyway, you can just use that board for him. And I probably should have gone and grabbed that one and, you know, showed that he's got the goblin. You know, you can just use that goblin sled. But anyway, yeah, so there you go. And this is awesome. And because of that tail, it's going to help him stand up easily. There's no extra posing him. And now, the moment that I know that all of you guys have been waiting for, because I have been too, I'm going to finally put this guy together. So let's see what I could do about putting the mother effing Kingpin together. First off, I'll just show you this piece. You can have him without the jacket, which is just awesome. I mean, that is cleanly awesome. But of course, put it on, because why the heck wouldn't you? You got the left leg, snap on. Oh, I should have seen if the left and the right leg are similar. You know what? Let me do that for you guys. Because sometimes, oh, look at that. Yes, you can actually, look, this is something that you can do with the Sasquatch also. Look, if you can't get one of the legs or the other, okay? Because I had a hard time getting, I had an easy time getting multiples of Paladin, right? But I had a very hard time getting multiples, or getting both legs. So on my Sasquatch, I actually have 2 left legs. Or is it 2 right legs? I think it's 2 left legs. Either way, you can do that same thing here. There's a lot of the Build-A-Figure pieces you cannot do that with. They purposely make them different. The Sandman is definitely one of them. But this one, nope, you're okay. And as it stands, he's already of equal height with the Red Goblin. So when you put that head on there, oh man, like he's actually already bigger. Like his neck comes up higher than the Green Goblin. That is, or the Red Goblin. That's crazy. Let's put his fist on there, his left arm. The pieces here are indeed the same also. So let's see if I can put the right arm on the left arm, just for the sake of conversation. Just bear with me, my peeps. Bear with me. Some of you guys are going to understand this. Okay, you can. You can. So, does this look great? Absolutely not. But if you keep it down, you turn his hand the wrong way or whatever, or if you could only get the other one, then it'll be the fist anyway, so it'll be harder to tell. Look, it's not going to be great at all, and you could move it around to try and make it actually fit right. But in the meantime, they go on and come off pretty easily. Oh, look at that, a little bit of plastic. That was actually already on there because I felt it when I was putting it on. I'll probably shave that off later. Actually, I got a pair of scissors right here, so I can actually shave that off right now. And it's all white underneath, so that's just awesome. That's really good on their part. They use the all white on the mold, so I can just shave that off. I'm pretty good. Boom. And I don't have to worry about coloring it in later. So let me put this right arm on here. Okay. And now the left arm, which is in the form of a fist, where I put the 5 points together. And I could crush you anytime, Mr. Temini. Some of you guys know what that reference is from. Look it up. Let me put the cane in his hand. I had one of these canes when I was in Saudi Arabia, but I couldn't bring it on the plane. You have no idea how much that bothered me. I would have been the Kingpin, albeit a very skinny one. So you can have the whatever head, or you can have the pissed off head. Gotta be honest, I want the pissed off head. So I'm gonna put that one on. Ooh, yeah. That, my friends, is awesome. And you can look at the size comparison right here. Look at that. Yeah, he's as big as he should be. He's not super huge like the Abomination or anything, but oh yeah. Or like freaking Gladiator Hulk, let's just put it that way. So, yeah, this is a great size comparison. And special coming up. The next something, I think the next X-Men wave, they're supposed to do another something. I don't know what the wave is supposed to be. Comments below if you know. But there's going to be a wave where, much like with Onslaught, they wind up giving you a Magneto skull. So you can, what was it? They did the Red Skull, the Red Onslaught. So it had the Red Skull head and all that stuff. But, excuse me, if you bought the Kitty Pryde from the first X-Men wave, it came with the Magneto helmet that you could replace on top of there. And now you had the original Onslaught. That was freaking expert. Well, guess what? They're going to do the same thing with this. The Kingpin, who does he look like? If you take the head off and switch it out with a red Turkish cap, he looks like Amal Farouk. Yeah, so Amal Farouk, the what the heck, the Shadow King. The Shadow King. I don't know if they're also going to do, I think they're also supposed to do a Shadow King face, like so the purple with the big teeth and everything like that. But either way, I know for a fact they're doing the one with the little red Turkish hat. So you will actually be, and you know, you're probably going to want to get rid of the cane, but you can actually get a second Build-A-Figure for the Kingpin, minus the heads, so you can avoid another one of these things, the Symbiote Spider-Man. Anyway, and you'll be able to make the Shadow King also. Or just, you know, interchange between the two. That's what I'm going to do because I'm not made out of money. But this is awesome, guys. This is freaking awesome. I think everybody knew as soon as they saw it that we had to get the Kingpin. So I've got mine. And yes, I'm highly recommending grab yours. This is great piece. The articulation, of course, it's not great, but you know, it is what it is. Got the little ring up on there. Turn his head side to side. He can, you know, up and down if you need. The down is probably going to be great. The up is when he's pissed off that Daredevil got the better of him, or Spider-Man's coming down with a big kick. Bow. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, this is great. He can put this all the way down and then still kind of wiggles a little bit. That's a little weird for my taste, but okay. Anyway, yeah, this is cool. This is very cool. I don't know what kind of pegs I'm going to stick this guy on, but hey, he's got the pegs, so no complaints. Okay, yeah, guys, I am genuinely pleased. Now, genuinely, seriously, now I got to get a freaking Daredevil. I've been looking for one for a while, a good one, and you know, the original red suit one. Hopefully, one of these days. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.